Hi once again, guys. Welcome back to my 6th edition debate vlog thingy. So in this one we're going to cover unit types and the changes that they made to the each types of units in the game. So strangely, when we start off with infantry in the old book, they gave us specific rules like movement, charge range, and everything. But this one they didn't give anything. They don't even give the number of movement for infantry. So I guess it's like the 6th edition. So, move 6, charge 2d6, and whatnot. Running also d6 in the shooting phase. But moving on to the more interesting one is the changes made to bikes and jet bikes. Okay, so as we know that bikes and jet bike, they give a +1 toughness to the model. Also, it's in here. It's called armor steed, which also confers that +1 toughness to the model. Same. Movement is the same, 12 inches in the movement phase. Bikes and terrains are the same, never slowed by difficult terrain, but considered difficult and dangerous as dangerous terrain. Falling back is 3d6. Yeah, so falling back is 3d6. Everything is the same. Shooting is the same. Assault is also the same, so it's 2d6. Yeah, so 2d6 for charge, same as infantry. And this, now this is where they actually change it up a bit. They add, for the special rules for bikes and jet bikes in the 40k universe, they added two special rules, which are Hammer of Wrath and Jinx. Okay, Hammer of Wrath is a new special rule, which it's sort of like the one in fantasy. When basically, I'm not going to even compare to fantasy. Hammer of Wrath is that when you charge something with a unit with this special rule, you get one automatic hit at strength 4. So sort of like ramming the bikes into the opponent. So they get one automatic strength 4 hit, AP dash. And moving on to the next special rule is Jinx. Jinx states that whenever a model with this special rule moves in the movement phase, they get a +5 cover save to everything. So you don't even have to go turbo boost now. You just have to move. And bikes and jet bike can still turbo boost twice the distance, so 24 inches. And once they turbo boost, Jinx gives them a +4 cover save, not +5. And that's about it. Moving on to the Elder jet bikes, which is the hovering jet bikes. The only rule that they add is that instead of moving just 6 inches in the assault phase, basically the Tau and the Elder and Dark Elder jet bikes, anything with a jetpack can move these. Normally can move 6 inches in the assault phase, like jump back and jump is one of the tactics. But now they can actually move 2d6 inches, so they can move up to a minimum distance of 2 inches and a maximum distance of 12 inches in the assault phase. Now, this is a major buff to all Tau, especially the Tau, because everything in the army has a jetpack. So just imagine, you pop out your 12 inches, shoot, jump back 12 inches. It's awesome for Tau. I'm not gonna get. I'm gonna skip the unit type artillery because it doesn't really apply to a lot of things in the 40k universe, or it's not that really popular of a unit choice. I'm not that familiar with it since in 5th edition because the armies I played never had this one, so I'm gonna leave it out. Okay, moving on to jump packs. A lot of rumors say that the jump packs units, like assault marines and havoc, no, not havocs, basically anything with a jump pack, get a buff, and they actually did. So they actually added. So let's go on. So they move and moves 12 inches, charge 2d6 like infantry, but they get a special rule called Skyborne, which is that they can move across this battlefield, ignoring terrain and ignoring models. So basically, they're flying. And the assault phase is that. The assault phase, they can re-roll their charge distance. So instead of, if you roll a 2d6 and you fail charge, you can re-roll that. That's also good. And also on the turn they charge, they get Hammer of the Wrath special rule, which is the automatic strength 4 hit AP dash, which is always good. Then you get falling back is 3d6, and the special rule is that they get bulky and deep strike. Now deep strike is the normal deep strike rule we know and love or hate from 5th edition, but bulky means that in the transport they considered as 2 models instead of 1. That's it. And okay, moving on to the jetpacks units. Jetpack units, like I said, for the Elder jet bikes and the Tau, this is where it gets interesting. So they have Skyborne, which is the same as jump pack infantry's movement. They also as the same, so 12 inches. And this they have a rule called thrust move. Now, thrust move is that a jetpack unit can move 2d6 in the assault phase. Excuse me. Yeah. They can choose to move 2d6 in the assault phase, even though they shot, move, or even arrive from deep strike. So that is very good for any Tau army, because they can deep strike their battlesuit, shoot, and then move 2d6, not just 6 inches, which will make them can possibly get them out of any charge distance or any real threat. And these jetpacks units, they get special rules, which is bulky, deep strike, and relentless. So they don't get the hammer of wrath or yeah, hammer of wrath special rule. So, but they get relentless instead. And relentless is still the same, that they can shoot everything even though they moved. Moving on to monstrous creatures. Now, monstrous creatures is that again, they don't specify on movement or charging, so I'm guessing it's 6 inches and charge 2d6 as well. So shooting is that they can fire up to 2 weapons, in each shooting phase, and if they do, they have to shoot at the same target. Nothing different there. And special rule is that they have fear, hammer of wrath, move through cover, relentless, and smash. Okay, let's go with fear. Fear is exactly like fantasy, which is when you charge with this model, or you're being charged with this model, or whenever you get in contact in base to base with a model with fear, you have to make a leadership test. If you fail, your ballistic skill and your weapon skill are reduced to 1 for 1 turn. Horrible. Hammer of Wrath, like I said, it's the automatic strength for hit, AP dash. Move through cover, the same. Relentless, the same. You can move and shoot all your weapons. And smash. Now, smash is that you can forfeit half of your attacks to increase your strength of those attacks by multiplied by 2. So if you're strength 5, it goes to strength 10, and so on. And it resolved at AP 2. So technically, you're like sacrificing half of your attacks for a power fist smash to the face. Moving on to the next one, which are beasts. Everything the same. They can move 12 inches, are not slowed by difficult terrain, even when charging. Falling back, move 3d6, and they have fleet and move through cover. Now, I have to specify that fleet, they actually changed the rules. It's not like you can charge even though you ran in the shooting phase. Fleet, they changed it to, again, it's, if you don't have the book, you should really go get it. I know it's a bit expensive for most people, but still, they changed a lot of things, and you should actually get it, or wait until the 2-player starter set comes and buy that one. I'm probably gonna get that one as well. Wait a minute. So let me try finding fleet here. Okay, fleet. So instead of being able to run and charge in the same turn, now fleet fleet has been changed to that they can re-roll 1 or more dice when determining to run moves and charge ranges. So basically, they can re-roll their run and charge distance. That's about it. So I don't think you can run and charge at the same time anymore with fleet. Yep. Sorry, all players. Your walk has been destroyed. Okay, so cavalry model. So this is, the Thunderwolf cavalry and so on. They can move up to 12 inches, not slowed by difficult terrain, and they treat all difficult terrain as dangerous terrain. Same old, same old. Fallback is 3d6, and the special rule is that they have fleet and hammer of wrath, and that's about it. Now, here where it get interesting, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video because it's going to take way too long. What I'm talking about is that they added a whole new category, which is called Flying Monstrous Creature, and there is actually one whole page dedicated to this. So just a wrap up of, I'm not going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about it in the next video. So let's do a wrap up. So basically, everything in the game, if it's not specified, can move 6 inches and charges 2d6. And now the only things that can move up to 12 inches are jump pack infantries, jet bikes, and jetpacks infantry. So those are the things that move 12 inches, charge 2d6, and fall back 3d6. Monstrous creatures, Yeah, and everything is the same. But so thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up to date of my videos, like I said in the previous one, I don't know when I'm going to upload them. I don't know how many I'm going to make per day. So just subscribe to make sure that you get all the videos as they come up. So the next video I'm probably going to talk about the flying monstrous creature. Dedicate a whole video, maybe 5 minutes, to talk about this because there's a lot to explain. Anyways, until next time.